Good morning, New York, and everybody streaming in from the rest of the country. This is Michael Hale on Red Zone Radio, and it's your Tuesday morning commute show. It's 6:01 on the dot, and yeah, we're back in the thick of it. If you're heading out the door, coffee in hand, keys in mouth, don't do that, by the way. Let's get you through the morning.
I'm Jenny Park, and I swear, every Tuesday feels like Monday in disguise. But hey, we made it. The city's awake, kinda. If you're on the F train right now, I hope you actually got a train.
Look, listen, we're gonna start the way we always start. Quick traffic and weather, and then we'll get into whatever weirdness the day decided to drop on us.
Weather first, because traffic is gonna be what it is.
Fair. So, skies are clearish right now. Low 60s, you're gonna get a nice mild morning. Afternoon up to the mid-70s. It's one of those days where you leave thinking it's fall, and by lunch you're sweating through your shirt.
Humidity's creeping back too. So yeah, if you're one of those people who takes the subway in a full hoodie in June, maybe reconsider.
Traffic-wise, the usual suspects. Brooklyn-Queens Expressway is already a parking lot. Holland Tunnel inbound is slow. I-95 down by Throg's Neck is crawling. And if you try to drive into Manhattan at 6 a.m. thinking you beat the rush, I don't know who lied to you.
Probably the same person who told you the MTA app gives real-time updates.
Okay, we'll keep that rolling. Now, before we move on, quick check-in, Jenny. Weekend?
Quiet. I ate too much takeout and watched a dumb reality show and told myself it counted as recovery. You?
Tried to be a normal adult, went to a barbecue in Queens, got roped into explaining podcasts to somebody's uncle for 20 minutes. So, America.
The true Tuesday energy. All right, let's get into the day. We've got some stuff coming down our tip line already, and I'm not gonna lie, it's odd.
Yeah, we're seeing a little cluster of reports right out of the gate. I'm going to say this carefully because right now this is unconfirmed and kind of scattered. But emergency services across the city are responding to what they're calling violent disturbances at multiple subway stations and street corners.
And when I say multiple, I mean like a bunch. I've got DMs and listener texts all saying different things, but the word aggressive keeps showing up. Lower Manhattan, Midtown, parts of Brooklyn.
First note from our traffic desk says something went sideways near Fulton Street Station around 5:40 a.m. People saying somebody was attacking commuters. Another note says an incident at West 4th. And there's something in Lower Manhattan involving an unhoused person lashing out at people near a station entrance.
We're also hearing about a brawl on the platform at Times Square. That one's coming from multiple listeners, but nobody's sure how it started.
Look, listen, we're going to keep this in the right box. Morning in New York, people are tired, packed in tight, tempers flare. Could be a couple unrelated fights that social media's turning into a thing.
Except social media is absolutely turning into a thing. Hashtag NYC attacks is trending right now. But the videos are all over the place. Some look like real fights, some look staged, and most people are calling it a prank or like a flash mob gone wrong.
Yeah, I'm seeing one clip where the camera's shaking so hard you can't tell what's happening except people running. Another where somebody's yelling, "He bit him," and everybody's laughing like it's a stunt.
Which, sorry, biting? That keeps coming up. I thought it was a joke at first.
Hold that thought. I want to go to the phones because we've got a caller who says she just saw something in Brooklyn. Female caller, so I'm taking this one. Line 3, you're on Red Zone.
Hi. Yeah, I'm in Bed-Stuy. I was just at the corner bodega on Malcolm X, like 10 minutes ago. And this guy, he wasn't homeless, not like that. He looked normal, and he just started going after people.
Okay, take a breath. What do you mean by going after people? Like yelling? Swinging?
No, like full-on attacking. He shoved this woman into the chips, grabbed a man by the shirt, and then he bit him, like on the arm. And the guy screamed, and people jumped on the attacker. 3 dudes tackled him.
They tackled him and stopped him?
That's the thing. He didn't stop. He was fighting like he didn't feel it. They had him pinned, and he was still trying to reach people. His eyes were empty. He was making this sound, I don't know, like growling. I'm sorry, it sounds crazy.
No, you're doing fine. Did police show up?
Yeah, somebody called 911. Cops came fast. They pulled him off, and he fought them too. One cop got bit, I think, and then they got him in cuffs, but he was still thrashing. I left. I didn't want to be there.
Totally understandable. Are you safe now?
I'm home, door locked. This didn't look like some prank. People were bleeding. It was early. We're all just trying to buy coffee, and this dude is biting people. What is that?
I hear you. And I'm not going to pretend I know what that was yet. But you did the right thing getting out. Thank you for calling, okay? Stay inside if you can. And if you need help, call 911.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
All right. That's a lot. Jenny, you hearing this same pattern?
Yeah, I'm scanning our texts and DMs. A bunch of people saying biting, like it's a punchline. Someone wrote in, let me read this carefully because I don't want to add fuel, but saw someone bite a cop in Times Square. LOL, WTF. That's a real text we just got. Another says, dude on the 6 train was chewing a dude's ear, which sounds ridiculous, but now we've got a caller saying it straight up happened.
Okay. I'm also listening to a police scanner feed we keep up for traffic incidents. NYPD's calling out multiple 1010s, fights in progress across 5 boroughs. That's not normal for 6 a.m. on a Tuesday. Usually you get a couple, not a wave.
And it's not just Manhattan. I've got Bronx listeners saying something went down near 149th. A Staten Island commuter saying folks ran out of a station like there was a fire.
So, what are we looking at? If it's real, and we're still saying if, that could be drugs, synthetic stuff. Remember a few summers back when people were on that flocka and doing wild, violent things down in Florida? Like no pain response, attacking strangers?
Yeah, but you don't usually get that many people on the same bad batch across the whole city at once.
True. Another possibility, spike in mental health crises linked to something specific. Heat, lack of sleep, some kind of contagion. I mean, I'm reaching, but we're trying to get a frame here.
Let's not do the internet thing where we slap a label on it before we know anything. But I want to flag ER workers are messaging us. We've got a nurse on the line, and she says she's at Bellevue. Male caller, so I'll take this. Line 5, you're on.
Hey, yeah, this is Aaron. I'm a nurse at Bellevue. I'm not supposed to be calling radio, but it's already nuts here.
Aaron, I hear you. Tell me what you're seeing.
Starting around maybe 5:20, we got a bunch of patients coming in from downtown. Cops, EMTs bringing them. They're violent, like not normal drunk violent. They're trying to bite people. They're spitting. 2 of our security guys got hurt already.
How many patients are we talking?
A lot for this hour, like 15 in one wave, and more coming. And the injuries on other people? Bite marks, deep ones. A guy came in with half his cheek torn open. I've never seen that from a fight on the street at dawn.
Do the patients seem intoxicated? High?
Some do, but not all. That's what's weird. Some are just blank, not responding to pain. One woman didn't even flinch getting stitched. She kept trying to go after the doctor.
Has the hospital gotten any guidance yet? Any memo from City Health or NYPD saying what this is?
Nothing official. We're hearing rumors. Some people saying it's a new drug, some saying rabies, but nobody knows. We're just trying to keep people from getting hurt. Are you safe right now? I mean, as safe as you can be in an ER full of people trying to bite you. We're locking down some rooms.
Okay. Aaron, thank you for calling. I know that's not easy. Keep your head down and please take care of yourself.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, that's unsettling. We have now 2 independent accounts describing the same kind of behavior. Violent, biting, not stopping when restrained.
And before anybody spins out, there's still a ton we don't know. But I want to widen the lens a second, because the wires are lighting up. We're seeing early reports of similar disturbances popping in Philadelphia, Boston, and D.C.
Wait, like right now, this morning?
Yeah, just over score on the national feed. Philly Transit Police responding to an unusual assault cluster near Market Frankfurt Line. Boston EMS with multiple violent patient calls downtown. DC Metro reporting aggressive individuals on platforms. The language is vague, which could mean absolutely anything.
Or could mean people don't know what they're looking at.
Right. Coordinated hoax? I know that sounds wild, but in 2025, I don't put much past people. We've seen viral challenges that start on the internet and spread city to city overnight.
Except hoaxes don't usually send 15 violent people into Bellevue with bite wounds.
Fair. Unless the hoax is a cover for something else, like a bad drug shipment hitting multiple East Coast cities, or some contaminated vape cartridges. I don't know. We're speculating, but we're doing it carefully.
I'm also seeing a lot of posts that look like misinfo already. People posting old fight videos saying it's happening today. People joking about zombie commuters. So listeners, if you're online, be careful what you share. It's only 6:30 and it's already a mess.
Here's what we can say responsibly right now. There are multiple violent incidents being reported in New York City, with a common detail in at least a few credible accounts involving biting and extreme aggression. Emergency responders are active. Police scanner indicates several fights in progress across boroughs. Hospitals are seeing an unusual influx of violent patients. That's it. Everything else is unknown.
And for the people out there commuting, if you're in a station where something's going down, don't be a hero. Get out of the way. If you see someone acting dangerously unstable, find transit staff or call 911. I know that sounds obvious, but people freeze in the moment.
Yeah. This isn't the time to go world star and get a close-up. Keep your distance.
We've got a city statement pending. Our producer's trying to get NYPD or City Hall on the line. Nothing yet. Which usually means they're still figuring out what to say.
And I'm not gonna lie, we'll probably get some kind of calm, generic, we're investigating. But the fact that other cities are getting similar calls makes this feel bigger than a random morning spiral.
Yeah, it does.
We're gonna keep tracking this as it develops through the hour. If you're seeing something firsthand, call us. But please, do it from a safe place. Don't put yourself in danger for a radio show. And if you work in emergency services, medical, transit, if you can share what you're seeing without risking your job, we're listening.
And if you're just waking up and thinking this sounds like a prank, same. We're there with you. But 2 separate callers, plus the scanner, plus hospital reports, something real is happening. We just don't know what it is yet.
All right, it's 6:57. We're coming up on the top of the hour. Here's where we stand going into 7 a.m. Scattered but growing reports of violent assaults in subway stations and on streets across New York City, with multiple accounts describing attackers attempting to bite or not responding to restraint. Bellevue and other ERs are receiving unusually violent patients and bite-related injuries. Social media is flooded with conflicting videos and jokes, making it hard to separate real-time events from noise. And early wires suggest similar disturbances may be popping up in other East Coast cities.
We're not calling this anything yet. We don't have a name for it. Authorities don't either, at least not publicly. But the pattern is weird enough that you should stay alert out there. If you can delay your commute, maybe do that. If you can work from home this morning, talk to your boss. We'll keep you updated in real time.
When we come back after the 7 a.m. update, we'll read any official statement we get, and we've got more calls lined up, including a transit worker who says there's something happening underground that's not on the news yet. Stay with us. Red Zone Radio, Tuesday morning, and yeah, your commute just got weird. All right, we're back. 7:03 a.m. now. If you're just tuning in, this is Red Zone Radio. I'm
Jenny Park here. And, yeah, this hour is not normal. I need to say that out loud.
We went to the top of the hour with what looked like scattered violence around the city. Subway platforms, street corners, a couple hospitals seeing violent patients. Since then, our tip board is exploding.
Reports are tripling like every 15 minutes. That's not even exaggeration. Our producer just counted over 200 distinct incident notes citywide in the last 40 minutes. That's calls, texts, police chatter, news wires. 200.
200 since around 6:15, and that's just what's reaching us. So, yes, something real is going on, and it is spreading faster than anyone can get their arms around.
And it's not just Manhattan, it's everywhere. Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Jersey City across the river. Transit's getting slammed. We're hearing people literally abandoning trains between stops.
Let's keep order. We're going to go piece by piece as best we can. First, NYPD scanner. I'm monitoring, and the tone has shifted. Officers are requesting backup constantly. Multiple calls where they're describing subjects not responding to commands. One unit, I'm quoting the gist here, says a subject not responding to taser.
Wait, like taser's not working?
That's what they're saying. Now, that could mean bad contact, heavy clothing, distance, any number of things. But you don't hear that line repeated across boroughs unless something's off.
I've got commuters texting about the bridges and tunnels. Let me read a few. Brooklyn Bridge is locked up, nobody moving. Lincoln Tunnel backed all the way to Jersey. People are getting out of cars and running.
We're also seeing traffic cams show gridlock on the Queensboro, the Whitestone, the Verrazano. That's not normal for 710 unless there's a major incident. So it lines up with people trying to get away from something.
I just got a text from a friend in Williamsburg. I'm going to read it. Stores closing early, people acting weird, getting out of here. That's from someone who does not get dramatic about anything. She's already trying to leave.
Okay, so question. Why? What's causing this scale? Is it contagious fear? Is it a coordinated attack? Is it a chemical exposure? I'm not saying any of those are true. I'm saying those are the bins we have right now.
Michael, I'm getting texts from like 5 different people right now saying it's happening on their blocks. This isn't just a downtown freakout. It's neighborhood to neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. Let's take the next call. Female caller, so I'll handle it. Line 2, you're on.
Hi. Sorry. My name's Leela. I'm in Queens, in Ridgewood. My neighbor.
Just attacked me.
Leela, slow down. Are you safe right now? I'm locked in my apartment. I pushed a table against the door. She's still pounding on it. I can hear her.
Okay, stay where you are. Tell me what happened.
I was going down to take my trash out, and she was in the hallway. Mrs. Nunes. She's like 60. She babysits the kids across the hall. She's always nice. She looked wrong, like sweaty and pale. I said, "Hey, are you okay?" And she just lunged at me. She grabbed my arm and tried to bite me. I swear to God. I pulled back, and she scratched me, and then she just kept coming, like she didn't know me.
Did you get bitten?
No, I got away. It's like a scrape, but she was trying. She was making this sound like she was starving. I slammed my door, and she hit it so hard the frame shook. She's still out there.
Okay, your priority is staying in that apartment. Don't open the door for anybody unless you are absolutely sure it's police. If you can, move to a room away from the door. Do you have a second exit? Fire escape?
Yeah, but I don't want to go out there. I'm scared there are more people like her.
That's a fair fear. Stay put for now. Keep calling 911. If you can text a neighbor you trust, maybe have them call too. You did the right thing getting inside.
What is happening? She's not like this. She's not on drugs. She has grandkids.
I don't know. I'm really sorry. You're not alone. We're hearing similar things across the city. Keep your line open with emergency services, and if anything changes, call us back from a safe spot, okay?
Okay.
All right. That's Queens. Similar pattern to what we heard in Brooklyn and Bellevue. People described as familiar, suddenly violent, targeting with bites.
And you heard her say she's on hold with 911. We've got multiple messages like that. Dispatch lines overloaded. So if you're calling emergency services and you can't get through, that's not you. That's volume.
We need more clarity. We need an official statement that explains what resources are being mobilized. Right now, we're getting fragments.
Here's another fragment. Hospital network alerts from across the Northeast. Multiple ERs are at critical capacity already. Philly, Newark, Hartford, Providence, requesting additional staff, supplies. One note says they're asking for military medical support.
Military support? At 7 a.m.?
That's what The Wire says, requesting federal assistance for surge injuries associated with violent outbreaks. That is the phrasing.
If hospitals are escalating that early, that suggests mass casualty potential, which loops back to the big question. What are we dealing with? Drug outbreak? Maybe. Chemical exposure? Maybe. Terrorism is on the table if multiple cities are involved, but we don't have any claim, any pattern like that yet.
And the timeline is weird. It's all hitting at once, like it started overnight and nobody caught it until morning commute.
We have an off-duty first responder on the line. Male caller, so Jenny has this one.
Line 4, you're on Red Zone. Who am I talking to?
Name's Rob. I'm FDNY, off duty. I was heading home from a buddy's place in the Bronx when I saw a unit get a call on Webster. I stopped because I knew the guys.
Rob, what did you see?
We pulled up on a guy in the street. People had him backed off with a mop handles, trying to keep distance. He was tearing at him. One of our EMTs tried to talk him down. The guy snapped forward and bit him in the shoulder, like a real bite, tore through the jacket.
Your colleague got bitten?
Yeah, we yanked him back. NYPD shows up fast. They tell the guy to get on the ground. He doesn't. They tase him. He keeps moving. One officer fires. 3 rounds center mass. I saw it. The guy didn't drop. Didn't even slow down. He just kept coming until they finally got him pinned.
Rob, that's a lot. Are you certain you saw what you think you saw?
I'm telling you, I've seen people tank shots on adrenaline, drugs, whatever. This wasn't that. It was like his body didn't care. His face was blank. Like he wasn't in there.
Do you know where your colleague is now?
They took him to Jacoby. He was conscious, but he looked scared. And I've never seen that look on him.
Rob, thank you. I know you're probably not supposed to call. Please stay safe and keep your gear close if you're going back out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that lines up with the taser chatter and the biting injuries. And now we've got gunshot reports where people aren't going down. That's not a normal drug high. That's not even a normal human response.
I mean, people can keep moving after being shot, depending on placement, body armor, all kinds of variables, but 3 rounds center mass and no slowdown? That's not...
Michael, national news is breaking in. Not joking. CNN, ABC, whatever you want to name, they're all running banners saying similar incidents are confirmed in multiple states now. 12 states is the number I'm seeing repeated.
12? As in, not just the Northeast?
As in, this is not a New York weird morning. This is a national event. Reports out of Atlanta, Chicago suburbs, Phoenix, parts of Michigan, Northern California, and the descriptions are inconsistent, but the through line is unprovoked violence and biting.
Okay, listeners, take a breath with us. We're not going to freak you out, but we are not going to pretend that's nothing either.
People are already freaking out. I'm seeing videos of crowds on foot crossing the Manhattan Bridge, people leaving cars in the middle of lanes. That's dangerous in itself.
We need to talk about how quickly fear moves. It can create its own hazard. If you're on the road, stay in your vehicle unless there is immediate danger. Abandoning a car on a bridge can trap ambulances behind you. I know in the moment you just want to run, but think.
And if you're in a building and you hear fighting in the hallway like that Queen's caller, lock your door, stay inside, call emergency services, and do not open up to strangers.
We do have one official statement that just hit my inbox. It's from the CDC. I'm going to paraphrase because it's short and vague. They say they're Investigating reports of unusual illness presentation associated with violent behavior, and they're coordinating with state and local agencies. No cause, no guidance beyond avoid contact with aggressive individuals and seek care for injuries.
Unusual illness presentation is clinical speak for we have no idea what this is yet.
Pretty much. And they're not using the word outbreak or infection. Not publicly. Yet.
Hospitals requesting military support implies they expect this to grow faster than local systems can handle. So even if we don't know what it is, the scale is real.
Look, trying to be realistic, this could still be a cluster of different causes being mashed together by fear and media, but the repeating elements are hard to ignore. Biting, extreme aggression, low pain response, rapid geographic spread.
And people we know, neighbors, coworkers, not just some random crazy guy stereotype.
Yeah, that part scares me more than anything.
Jenny, we're heading toward 8 a.m. soon. We're going to keep taking safe calls, but if you're in immediate danger, don't call us. Call 911, call your building, call whoever you need. We are just a mirror right now, trying to reflect what's happening.
All right, 7:55. Here's your hour recap before we roll into the next block. Incident reports across New York City have surged past 200 and are climbing fast. Callers from Queens and Brooklyn describe familiar people turning violently aggressive and attempting to bite. NYPD scanner audio features multiple backup requests and repeated notes of subjects not responding to commands or tasers. Traffic on bridges and tunnels is gridlocked, with some people fleeing on foot. An off-duty FDNY responder reports a colleague bitten and an attacker absorbing multiple gunshots without slowing down. The CDC has issued a vague statement acknowledging an unusual illness tied to violent behavior, with no cause named. And hospitals across the Northeast are already at critical capacity, requesting federal and military medical assistance.
National outlets are now confirming similar violent clusters in at least a dozen states, which means this situation is no longer local and no longer quirky. We still don't know what we're looking at, but we're moving into a different phase right now, one where whatever this is spreads faster than information does.
Next hour, we'll bring you what officials finally say, if they say anything. And we've got a call queued from a transit supervisor who's been underground since 4 a.m. He says multiple stations are being shut without explanation. Stay with us. Keep your head on a swivel. Red Zone Radio, Hour 2, and the morning rush is getting darker. All right, we're back. 7:03 a.m. now. If you're just tuning in, this is Red Zone Radio. I'm
Jenny Park here. And, this hour is not normal. I need to say that out loud.
We went to the top of the hour with what looked like scattered violence around the city. Subway platforms, street corners, a couple hospitals seeing violent patients. Since then, our tip board is exploding.
Reports are tripling like every 15 minutes. That's not even exaggeration. Our producer just counted over 200 distinct incident notes citywide in the last 40 minutes. That's calls, texts, police chatter, news wires. 200.
200 since around 6:15, and that's just what's reaching us. So, yes, something real is going on, and it is spreading faster than anyone can get their arms around.
And it's not just Manhattan, it's everywhere. Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Jersey City across the river. Transit's getting slammed. We're hearing people literally abandoning trains between stops.
Let's keep order. We're going to go piece by piece as best we can. First, NYPD scanner. I'm monitoring, and the tone has shifted. Officers are requesting backup constantly. Multiple calls where they're describing subjects not responding to commands. One unit, I'm quoting the gist here, says a subject not responding to taser.
Wait, like taser's not working?
That's what they're saying. Now, that could mean bad contact, heavy clothing, distance, any number of things. But you don't hear that line repeated across boroughs unless something's off.
I've got commuters texting about the bridges and tunnels. Let me read a few. Brooklyn Bridge is locked up, nobody moving. Lincoln Tunnel backed all the way to Jersey. People are getting out of cars and running.
We're also seeing traffic cams show gridlock on the Queensboro, the Whitestone, the Verrazano. That's not normal for 710 unless there's a major incident, so it lines up with people trying to get away from something.
I just got a text from a friend in Williamsburg. I'm going to read it. Stores closing early. People are acting weird. Getting out of here. That's from someone who does not get dramatic about anything. She's already trying to leave.
Okay, so, question. Why? What's causing this scale? Is it contagious fear? Is it a coordinated attack? Is it a chemical exposure? I'm not saying any of those are true. I'm saying those are the bins we have right now.
Michael, I'm getting texts from like 5 different people right now saying it's happening on their blocks. This isn't just a downtown freakout. It's neighborhood to neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. Let's take the next call. Female caller, so I'll handle it. Line 2, you're on.
Hi, sorry. My name's Leela. I'm in Queens, in Ridgewood. My neighbor just attacked me.
Leela, slow down. Are you safe right now?
I'm locked in my apartment. I pushed a table against the door. She's still pounding on it. I can hear her.
Okay, stay where you are. Tell me what happened.
I was going down to take my trash out, and she was in the hallway. Mrs. Nona's. She's like 60. She babysits the kids across the hall. She's always nice. She looked wrong, like sweaty and pale. I said, "Hey, are you okay?" And she just lunged at me. She grabbed my arm and tried to bite me. I swear to God. I pulled back and she scratched me, and then she just kept coming, like she didn't know me.
Did you get bitten?
No, I got away. It's like a scrape, but she was trying. She was making this sound, like she was starving. I slammed my door and she hit it so hard the frame shook. She's still out there. I called 911, but I'm on hold.
Okay, your priority is staying in that apartment. Don't open the door for anybody unless you are absolutely sure it's police. If you can, move to a room away from the door. Do you have a second exit? Fire escape?
Yeah, but I don't want to go out there. I'm scared there are more people like her.
That's a fair fear. Stay put for now. Keep calling 911. If you can text a neighbor you trust, maybe have them call too. You did the right thing getting inside.
What is happening? She's not like this. She's not on drugs. She has grandkids.
I don't know. I'm really sorry. You're not alone. We're hearing similar things across the city. Keep your line open with emergency services, and if anything changes, call us back from a safe spot, okay?
Okay.
All right. That's Queens. Similar pattern to what we heard in Brooklyn and Bellevue. People described as familiar, suddenly violent, targeting with bites.
And you heard her say she's on hold with 911? We've got multiple messages like that. Dispatch lines overloaded. So if you're calling emergency services and you can't get through, that's not you. That's volume.
We need more clarity. We need an official statement that explains what resources are being mobilized. Right now, we're getting fragments.
Here's another fragment. Hospital network alerts from across the Northeast. Multiple ERs are at critical capacity already. Philly, Newark, Hartford, Providence, requesting additional staff, supplies. One note says they're asking for military medical support.
Military support? At 7 a.m.?
That's what The Wire says, requesting federal assistance for surge injuries associated with violent outbreaks. That is the phrasing.
If hospitals are escalating that early, that suggests mass casualty potential, which loops back to the big question. What are we dealing with? Drug outbreak? Maybe. Chemical exposure? Maybe. Terrorism is on the table if multiple cities are involved. but we don't have any claim, any pattern like that yet.
And the timeline is weird. It's all hitting at once, like it started overnight and nobody caught it until morning commute.
We have an off-duty first responder on the line. Male caller, so Jenny has this one.
Line 4. You're on red zone. Who am I talking to?
Name's Rob. I'm FDNY, off duty. I was heading home from a buddy's place in the Bronx when I saw a unit get a call on Webster. I stopped because I knew the guys.
Rob, what did you see?
We pulled up on a guy in the street. People had him backed off with mop handles, trying to keep distance. He was tearing at them. One of our EMTs tried to talk him down. The guy snapped forward and bit him in the shoulder, like a real bite, tore through the jacket.
Your colleague got bitten?
Yeah, we yanked him back. NYPD shows up fast. They tell the guy to get on the ground. He doesn't. They tase him. He keeps moving. One officer fires. 3 rounds center mass. I saw it. The guy didn't drop. Didn't even slow down. He just kept coming until they finally got him pinned.
Rob, that's a lot. Are you certain you saw what you think you saw?
I'm telling you, I've seen people tank shots on adrenaline, drugs, whatever. This wasn't that. It was like his body didn't care. His face was blank, like he wasn't in there.
Do you know where your colleague is now?
They took him to Jacoby. He was conscious, but he looked scared, and I've never seen that look on him.
Rob, thank you. I know you're probably not supposed to call. Please stay safe and keep your gear close if you're going back out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. That lines up with the taser chatter and the biting injuries. And now we've got gunshot reports where people aren't going down. That's not a normal drug high. That's not even a normal human response.
I mean, people can keep moving after being shot, depending on placement, body armor, all kinds of variables. But 3 rounds, center mass, and no slowdown? That's not...
Michael, national news is breaking in. Not joking. CNN, ABC, whatever you want to name, they're all running banners saying similar incidents are confirmed in multiple states now. 12 states is the number I'm seeing repeated.
12? As in not just the Northeast?
As in, this is not a New York weird morning. This is a national event. Reports out of Atlanta, Chicago suburbs, Phoenix, parts of Michigan, Northern California. And the descriptions are inconsistent, but the through line is unprovoked violence and biting.
Okay, listeners, take a breath with us. We're not going to freak you out, but we are not going to pretend that's nothing either.
People are already freaking out. I'm seeing videos of crowds on foot crossing the Manhattan Bridge, people leaving cars in the middle of lanes. That's dangerous in itself.
We need to talk about how quickly fear moves. It can create its own hazard. If you're on the road, stay in your vehicle unless there is immediate danger. Abandoning a car on a bridge can trap ambulances behind you. I know in the moment you just want to run, but think.
And if you're in a building and you hear fighting in the hallway like that Queen's caller, lock your door, stay inside, call emergency services, and do not open up to strangers.
We do have one official statement that just hit my inbox. It's from the CDC. I'm going to paraphrase because it's short and vague. They say they're investigating reports of unusual illness presentation associated with violent behavior, and they're coordinating with state and local agencies. No cause, no guidance beyond avoid contact with aggressive individuals and seek care for injuries.
Unusual illness presentation is clinical speak for we have no idea what this is yet.
Pretty much. And they're not using the word outbreak or infection, not publicly, yet.
Hospitals requesting military support implies they expect this to grow faster than local systems can handle. So even if we don't know what it is, the scale is real.
Look, trying to be realistic, this could still be a cluster of different causes being mashed together by fear and media. But the repeating elements are hard to ignore. Biting, extreme aggression, low pain response, rapid geographic spread.
And people we know, neighbors, coworkers, not just some random crazy guy stereotype.
Yeah, that part scares me more than anything.
We're heading toward 8 a.m. soon. We're going to keep taking safe calls, but if you're in immediate danger, don't call us. Call 911, call your building, call whoever you need. We are just a mirror right now, trying to reflect what's happening.
All right, 7:55. Here's your hour recap before we roll into the next block. Incident reports across New York City have surged past 200 and are climbing fast. Callers from Queens and Brooklyn describe familiar people turning violently aggressive and attempting to bite. NYPD scanner audio features multiple backup requests and repeated notes of subjects not responding to commands or tasers. Traffic on bridges and tunnels is gridlocked, with some people fleeing on foot. An off-duty FDNY responder reports a colleague bitten and an attacker absorbing multiple gunshots without slowing down. The CDC has issued a vague statement acknowledging an unusual illness tied to violent behavior, with no cause name. And hospitals across the Northeast are already at critical capacity, requesting federal and military medical assistance.
National outlets are now confirming similar violent clusters in at least a dozen states, which means this situation is no longer local and no longer quirky. We still don't know what we're looking at, but we're moving into a different phase right now, one where whatever this is spreads faster than information does.
Next hour, we'll bring you what officials finally say, if they say anything. And we've got a call queued from a transit supervisor who's been underground since 4 a.m. He says multiple stations are being shut without explanation. Stay with us, keep your head on a swivel. Red Zone Radio, Hour 2, and the morning rush is getting darker. 8:02 a.m. You're listening to Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale.
Jenny Park here, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the hour where things stopped feeling like a weird morning and started feeling like I don't even know what word to use.
If you're just joining, New York City has been dealing with a surge of violent incidents since around dawn. Biting, extreme aggression, people not responding to tasers, even gunshots in one account. National outlets now say this is in multiple states. CDC issued a vague statement. Hospitals at capacity. And all of that was before 8 a.m.
Since we went off air last hour, a clear pattern is starting to emerge, at least from what doctors, EMTs, and eyewitnesses are telling us. And I need you to hear this carefully, because I don't want to sensationalize it, but we also can't hide it.
Right. Multiple hospitals are now reporting something that keeps repeating. Victims of these attacks, people who were bitten or badly injured, are becoming violent themselves within, what are they saying, 10 to 30 minutes?
10 to 30. That's the window that keeps showing up. We've got ER staff from 3 different networks saying the same thing, independently. Someone comes in bitten, they crash, then they wake up swinging, biting, trying to attack staff.
It's like a rapid onset neurological event, or a toxin, something that hits the brain fast. That's still a medical guess, but the timing's consistent enough to matter.
Also, and I'm saying this because it's being reported by multiple hospitals, not because we want a horror movie moment, there are accounts of patients being pronounced dead and then reviving with violent behavior. I need to say it plainly. That is what medical staff are telling reporters and telling us.
Which sounds impossible, I know. That's where my brain goes. But we've now got enough sources repeating it that we can't dismiss it as one dramatic story.
We're also seeing social media videos going viral right now that show, clearly, people on the ground not moving and then getting up and attacking. Some of those could be faked, but not all, and the volume is too high.
And just to add to the stress, Stu, cell networks are starting to strain. We're getting dropped calls, delayed texts, listeners saying they can't reach family. That's not a conspiracy. That's just what happens when half a region is trying to call at once.
So if your phone isn't going through, don't assume the worst immediately. Assume the network is overloaded. Try texts. Keep them short. Use Wi-Fi if you've got it. And yes, this is where we are at 8:10 in the morning.
We do have an emergency broadcast from the governor of New York that just went out statewide. I'm paraphrasing, but the main points. There is a declared state of emergency. Residents are being told to stay indoors if possible, avoid physical contact with anyone acting aggressively or erratically, and to seek medical care if injured. Schools and transit systems are being given discretion to lock down or suspend service.
She didn't name a cause. No one is naming a cause. But avoid physical contact. That's not a normal riot advisory.
No, it isn't.
We've got a caller from New Jersey who says this is hitting workplaces too. Male, so I'm taking it. Line 1, you're on red zone.
This is Dave. I'm in Hoboken. We just evacuated our whole building. Like, alarms, everybody down the stairs, cops outside.
Okay, Dave, what triggered the evacuation?
People screaming on the 5th floor. We thought it was a fight. Then we hear somebody yelling about biting. We're all in the stairwell, and my coworker Sarah, she got hit, like scratched, and then she got bit on the hand.
She got bit by who?
This guy in our break room, he was normal yesterday. He came in late today, looked sick. Then he just snapped, like grabbed her wrist and bit her. We pulled him off. Security tackled him. He was fighting like a wild animal.
What happened to Sarah?
She started shaking, like a seizure. 10 minutes later, she collapsed. We called 911. They got her downstairs to the lobby, and Jenny, she died. She wasn't breathing. Her eyes were open, but she was gone.
Okay, Dave, I need you to breathe. You're in shock. You sure she was pronounced?
I watched the EMT check her pulse. He looked at the other guy and shook his head. And then, this is the part that's messing me up. She started moving again. She sat up like she was yanked, and she went for the nearest person. She tried to bite him. We ran. Everybody ran. Cops didn't even try to calm her down. They just backed up.
Dave, where are you now?
Outside, in a parking lot. People are crying. Some people jumped into cars and took off. I don't know where Sarah is now. I don't know where that guy is. I don't know what to do.
Okay, you did the right thing getting out. Do not go back inside. If you're not injured, stay away from the building and from anyone acting unstable. Try to get somewhere secure. A home, a friend's place. Avoid crowds.
What is this? People don't just come back. That's not real.
I know what it sounds like. We're hearing similar things from hospitals and other callers. I can't explain it yet. I'm sorry. Please stay safe.
Okay.
That's the 10 to 30 minute window right there. Bite, collapse, violent reappearance.
We need to hold on to reality. There are medical explanations for apparent death. Catatonia, shock, faint pulses, misreads.
Michael, I'm with you, but you heard him. You heard the same pattern again. We can't keep calling at random.
I know.
Police scanner is getting uglier too. We're hearing officers abandoning normal protocol. Lots of officer down, lots of chaos. And this phrase, this is coming from multiple feeds. Shoot the head.
Wait, you heard that too?
Yeah, it's spreading like slang in real time. Units telling each other to aim for the head because center mass isn't stopping people. That is not something cops say unless they're desperate.
That's a terrifying improvisation. It also suggests they're not dealing with normal human behavior.
And we're getting these network strain notes from listeners outside the city, too. Philly people saying their calls won't connect. Connecticut saying texts are delayed by half an hour. This is affecting basically the whole corridor.
Listeners, if you're hearing this and you're at work right now thinking, do I leave? I can't tell you how to live your life, but I can tell you what officials are saying. Stay indoors, avoid contact. That means if you can shelter where you are safely, do that instead of stepping into chaos.
But also, don't stay trapped in a glass lobby full of strangers if things are going sideways. Use your judgment. Keep distance. That's the best advice we've got right now.
We've got another caller in queue who keeps using a word I don't love. Male caller. So, Jenny, it's you again.
Line 6, you're on.
Yeah, this is Marcus from Harlem. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be stupid, but these are like zombies. That's what they look like.
Marcus, listen to me. I get why your brain goes there, but we can't label it that way. Not yet. Tell me what you're seeing without that word.
Oh, okay. There's a guy on Lenox. He got hit by a car, like hard. He was on the pavement, not moving. People were around him. Then he just stood up, like nothing, blood on his face, and he ran at this lady and grabbed her shoulder with his teeth. I'm not kidding. He was dead, and then he wasn't.
Did you see him breathing when he was down?
No, he was flat, and then he wasn't. And now everybody's running, and I'm in my cousin's apartment with the door locked.
Good. Stay there. Keep the door locked. Don't open it unless you're absolutely sure who it is. I know that word feels like the only one that fits, but there are real-world things that can mimic that. We don't know the cause yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've never seen anything like it.
You're not stupid for being scared. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
So, that word is out there now. People are saying it. We are not saying it. But that's the shape fear takes when you can't explain what you're watching.
And I don't blame them. I just don't want the country sprinting into full-scale panic off a label.
Michael, your line 3 is lighting up. Producer says it's your wife.
What? Okay, female caller, I'm taking it. Sarah, you're on. Are you okay?
Michael, oh my God. Listen, the school just called a lockdown. Westchester. Parents are pulling kids out. There's cops everywhere. They said there was an incident in the hallway. I'm in the parking lot. I can't get through to the front office. What is happening? Is Emma okay? What do we do?
Sarah, hey, listen to me. You're doing the right thing being there. Do you see Emma?
No, they won't let us in. Parents are screaming. Some mom said a teacher got attacked. I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything.
Okay, stay by your car. If you can, move away from the crowd. I need you to find a staff member you recognize, someone you can trust. If they bring the kids out, you get Emma and you leave right away. Go home, lock doors, okay?
Michael, tell me this isn't happening. Tell me it's not like what they're saying on TV.
I can't promise anything right now. I just need you to act like it's real. Get her now, and do not let anyone you don't know close to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try again. I love you.
I love you too. Call me if you can. If the network drops, text, short, just safe or need help.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Michael, I'm so sorry.
No. We keep going. That's the deal. That's why we're here.
It's just, now it's at your kids' school. That makes this real in a different way.
Yeah, it does.
Listeners, we're getting similar school lockdown reports upstate, in Jersey, and Maryland. Nobody wants to be the administrator who waits too long, so you may get automated calls. If you do, take them seriously.
We're also seeing clearer footage now. Not shaky, not memes. Clear, daylight videos of people on the ground declared dead by bystanders, then getting up and attacking. Some of that is still unverified, but it's enough that major networks are showing it, which means someone, somewhere, has verified at least part of it.
And the pattern is what Dave said. Bite, collapse, return violent. 10 minutes, 20, half an hour. It's like the injury is the trigger.
So we may be looking at something transmissible through bites. That's the only inference that matches the timing. I hate saying that on air, but That's where the evidence points right now.
And if that's true, then every person who gets hurt becomes another crisis point, which explains why emergency services are drowning.
All right, it's 8:56. Let's wrap this hour as cleanly as we can. A pattern is emerging nationwide. Victims of these attacks are reportedly turning violent within 10 to 30 minutes, with multiple hospitals describing patients who crash or appear dead and then reanimate in an aggressively violent state. The governor has declared a state emergency, urging residents to stay indoors and avoid contact with aggressive individuals. Cell networks are straining from volume, causing dropped calls and delayed texts. We heard from a New Jersey office worker describing a coworker bitten, collapsing, and then rising to attack others. NYPD scanner audio is chaotic, with officers reportedly advising headshots as standard tactics fail. And the first public use of the word zombie is spreading online and on streets, though no official body is using that language.
Denial is getting harder to hold on to. Whatever this is, it's not contained, it's not slowing down, and it's not behaving like anything we're used to. Next hour, we're going to focus on what this means for the rest of the country, because reports are now flooding in from the Midwest and the South, too, and a federal statement is rumored within minutes.
If you can safely shelter, do it. Keep distance from anyone acting erratic. Treat bite injuries as a medical emergency. And please, check on your people when you can, but don't risk yourself to do it. We'll stay on as long as the lights and lines hold. Red Zone Radio, 9 a.m. coming up, and the pattern is no longer something we can ignore. 9:02 a.m. Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale. We are still here, still live.
Jenny Park, if your hands are shaking right now, you're not alone. Ours are too.
Quick recap if you're just waking up or coming from another station. In the last 3 hours, we've watched reports of violent incidents turn into a regional crisis and then a national one. We now have a repeating pattern. Bites lead to rapid illness, collapse, and violent reanimation within minutes to hours. Officials have ordered people indoors. Police and EMS are overwhelmed, and communications are starting to buckle.
And we've been trying not to name it like a movie because this is real life. But the reality is in your face now. People are turning. The dead are getting back up. That is what's being seen across multiple states.
Okay, producer just handed me a note. We are about to get an emergency alert system interruption. I'm not kidding. Federal level. We're going to let it roll over the air. Stay with us.
This is an emergency action notification. The President of the United States has declared a federal emergency in response to a domestic crisis. All citizens are advised to shelter in place immediately. Avoid contact with individuals displaying aggressive behavior or physical injuries. Do not travel unless directed by authorized personnel. Further instructions will repeat.
You heard that. Federal emergency. Shelter in place. Avoid contact. Do not travel. That is as serious as language gets without saying the words everybody's thinking.
And authorized personnel, that's basically martial law language. We're seeing reports that it's already been enacted in major cities.
Chicago, LA, Atlanta, New York, Philly, DC, all reportedly under some form of emergency military control as of minutes ago. Guard units are moving in. Active duty is being staged outside metro areas. That's what the wires say.
And listeners are already sending us footage from highways, convoys, Humvees, checkpoints going up. People are panicking because they don't know whether the military is there to protect them or contain them.
And loud. We need to keep our heads. The military's job right now is probably to stabilize infrastructure, hospitals, transit choke points, supply routes. But I'm also seeing early, ugly reports that some units are firing on civilians in the chaos.
Yeah, I saw that too. A clip from somewhere outside Newark and another in Midtown. People running, soldiers yelling, shots. We don't know context, so we're not calling anybody anything, but even the possibility is going to shock the public.
It's already shocking them. Social media is a war zone. We're getting thousands of messages an hour, and the internet is starting to crawl.
We should talk about that. Internet access is slowing dramatically. Servers overloaded. Some ISPs are failing outright. People are going to lose their usual lifelines in the next, I don't know, hour, 2 hours? We can't predict it, but the strain is obvious.
Cell networks are worse. If you're relying on a constant stream of updates, start planning for gaps. Keep your battery charged. Download maps if you think you'll need them. But remember, official guidance right now is shelter in place.
Unless you're already in immediate danger where you are. Then you make the call you have to make.
We're going to take calls while lines work. Female caller coming through from Brooklyn. This might be someone we've heard from earlier. Female caller, I'm taking it. Line 7, you're on.
Michael, it's me, from Bed-Stuy. I called earlier about the bodega.
I remember you. Are you safe? Where are you right now?
Rooftop. I'm on the roof of my building. We ran up here because the street it's not people anymore. It's like there's so many of them. They're smashing into cars, biting anyone that falls. My superintendent locked the stairwell door behind us. We can hear them in the building.
How many people are with you?
6, 2 kids. Everybody's crying. I can see the avenue, and it's like a wave. I don't know where the cops are. I don't see ambulance lights anymore. I see smoke. I see people running, and then not running.
Okay, stay low, stay away from the edge. If the stairwell door is secure, that buys you time. Do you have any way off that roof? Connecting buildings, fire escape, anything?
There's a ladder to the next building, but it's like a gap. I'm scared to take the kids. I'm scared to do anything.
You don't have to decide in a panic. Keep eyes on the door. If they breach, that's when you move. If you can, gather anything useful up there. Tools, anything to block a door. And keep everyone quiet if you can. I know that sounds impossible, but noise draws attention.
Michael, I see one of them. One of those people just standing in the street, looking up. It's like it knows we're here.
Okay, back away from the edge. Don't let anyone stand silhouetted. Stay behind something. Listen, I need you to conserve your phone. Text short updates if you can, because calls may drop. You're doing the right thing by staying together.
Please don't go off air. We don't know what to do.
We're right here, I promise. Keep yourself and those kids safe. Call back only if you absolutely need to. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. That's Bed-Stuy. That's the reality in one neighborhood. And I want to be clear. We are now getting dozens of calls like that from across the metro area.
And from outside it, too. A lot of towns in Jersey and Long Island saying their streets are overwhelmed.
We also have a male caller who says he's at a Bronx hospital. Jenny, you take it.
Line 5. You're on Red Zone.
Jenny, it's Luis. It's me.
Louis, oh my God, where are you?
Montefiore. I'm in the ER. It's a war zone, Jen. People are running out. Staff are leaving. We've got patients strapped down, and then they're getting loose. I just watched a guy bite a doctor's throat. I swear it happened.
Okay, Louis, listen to me. Are you hurt?
No, but I've got blood on my scrubs. Not mine. I don't know if that matters. They told us to move to the 3rd floor, but the stairwells are jammed. Security's gone. Cops were here, and then they left because something happened outside.
You need to get out of there if you can, or get somewhere you can lock down.
We tried. The parking garage is full of people smashing into each other. They're not stopping. One guy got shot right in front of the ambulance bay, and he got back up like nothing. Jen, what is this?
Tell me what to do.
Okay, you find a room that locks. You get as far from the ER entrance as you can. If stairs are jammed, look for service corridors. Don't go near crowds. If someone is hurt, don't touch them with bare hands. I know you're a nurse, or you act like one, but right now you protect yourself first. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Text me when you can. One word. Safe. If you can't text, conserve your battery. I'm gonna stay on air, but I need to know you're alive.
I love you. I'm gonna try to get upstairs.
I love you too. Please be careful.
Okay, that's my brother's hospital. Oh, God. Michael, that's where he works.
I know. We're going to get through the hour. You did the right thing, telling him to lock down.
I hate that I can't go get him.
Me too.
Okay, confirmed reports are now coming in from multiple state health departments and hospital networks. Bites are causing infection. The infection progresses fast. People die within hours and then reanimate, violent. That is no longer speculation. That's being said by officials in plain language now.
Yeah. New Jersey Health Department just used the phrase bite-transmitted pathogen on a press line. Pennsylvania is saying the same. Massachusetts, Maryland. The federal wording is still vague, but the state-level messaging is clear.
So if you are bitten, this is critical. Treat it as a life-threatening emergency. Get medical help if you can safely, but understand that hospitals are collapsing. If you're in a safe place, you may need to stay there.
We're getting power outage reports too. Parts of Brooklyn went dark around 9:25. Some neighborhoods in Newark and Hoboken as well. Could be grid strain, could be damaged substations, could be crews unable to respond. But the point is, expect disruptions.
If your building loses power, that can take out elevators, intercoms, key fobs, even water pumps and high-rises. Plan for stairs. Plan for no lights.
Internet is degrading further. Our newsroom can't pull half the sites we could an hour ago. That means, whatever is happening, information is about to become scarce and rumor-heavy.
Which is why we need to stay on air.
No, you don't. Corporate's on the phone. They're ordering a full shutdown. They're saying the building isn't secure and we need to evacuate now.
David, I don't care what corporate says. People need information. We are staying on.
You're risking everyone here. The lobby doors are glass. We've got zero security. If this place gets hit while you're on mic, it's on you.
David, people are literally losing internet and phones. We're one of the only signals still coming through for a lot of folks.
That's not our job. Our job is to stay alive.
Then leave. I'm not stopping you. But this station stays broadcasting until we can't. I'm not turning off a lifeline because somebody on a conference call is scared of liability. Michael. Hard.
Go. He's leaving the booth.
Okay. If you're in this building and you want to go, go. We are not holding anyone. But we are not going dark while the country is trying to figure out how to survive the next 10 minutes.
Listeners, if we go off suddenly, it's not because we chose it. It means we lost power, lost signal, or were forced out. But until then, we're here.
All right. 9:58. Here's your brutal hour recap. The emergency alert system has declared a federal emergency. Martial law measures are being enacted in major U.S. cities. The president has addressed the nation in vague terms, urging calm without naming a cause. Military and National Guard units are deploying into metropolitan areas, with some disturbing reports of live fire in chaotic conditions. Internet and cell networks are slowing and failing under load. We heard from our recurring Brooklyn caller now trapped on a rooftop as her neighborhood is overrun. Jenny received a call from her brother inside a Bronx hospital describing total breakdown, staff fleeing and patients attacking. Power outages are spreading through parts of Brooklyn and New Jersey.
State health officials are now confirming that bites transmit the infection. Death follows within hours, and violent reanimation has been observed. And inside this very station, corporate tried to pull our plug, something we refused because information is survival right now.
The world changed in the last 60 minutes. If you were hoping this would be explained away, that door just shut. We don't know how big this becomes, but we know what it does to people. Stay inside if you can. Keep distance. Lock your doors. Cover your windows. If you have supplies, gather them now while you still can, and check on the people you love when the network lets you.
Next hour, we're going to widen to the rest of America. West Coast, South, Midwest, because everyone is in this now. And we'll tell you what we're hearing about safe zones, evacuations, and what to do when official help doesn't arrive. Stay with us. Red Zone Radio, 10 a.m. coming up, and nothing is the same anymore. Frayed. We're compressing time a little across this block because it's a wider window, 10 a.m. through noon. The situation is moving so fast that trying to slice it into neat minutes would be a lie. So we're going to keep a rolling log and tell you what we know as it hits.
Recap for anyone who's lost track. The federal government has declared a national emergency. States are confirming that bites transmit an infection that kills and then reanimates people violently. Military is deployed in major cities. Internet and cell networks are failing. We are hearing collapse in hospitals, transit, power. The word everyone avoided is now being said everywhere.
And I'm going to say it the way people are saying it now, because pretending otherwise isn't helping anyone. We are dealing with zombies. However you want to define that medically, bite infection, rapid death, violent reanimation, the behavior is what that word means to people. That denial phase is over.
We're not using it because it's cool. We're using it because it's the closest shorthand to reality we have, and because you're already hearing it from your neighbors on the street and probably in your own head.
And I'm going to say it the way people are saying it now, because pretending otherwise isn't helping anyone. We are dealing with zombies. However you want to define that medically, bite infection, rapid death, violent reanimation, the behavior is what that word means to people. That denial phase is over.
We're not using it because it's cool. We're using it because it's the closest shorthand to reality we have, and because you're already hearing it from your neighbors on the street and probably in your own head.
All right. First major development this hour, communications. We have confirmed multiple cell towers down across the city and up the East Coast. Not just overloaded, down. We're hearing the same out of Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas, LA. The carriers aren't calling it sabotage, they're calling it system collapse. Crews can't reach sites, power isn't stable, and usage is beyond anything they planned for.
Translation: your phone may just stop being useful. Short text might still slip through sometimes, but the reliable lines right now are landlines if you've got them, and radio. If you're listening to us on a battery radio, guard that thing like gold.
We're also seeing entire neighborhoods turning. That's the phrasing being used by emergency services now. Clusters, then blocks, then areas where the living are outnumbered fast. Evacuations are happening at the same time, which is creating what one highway patrol dispatcher called graveyards.
People jammed on interstates, vehicles abandoned. Some of those people got bitten during the flight. Some turned in the cars. Some cars just stopped in place. And then everything behind them stopped too.
So if you're still thinking about taking a highway out of a metro area, understand that routes are not clear. Some people are making it, some people are getting trapped with no way to pivot. That's not advice to stay or go. It's a warning to think about mobility and choke points.
And law enforcement is being overwhelmed. We're getting multiple reports of friendly fire incidents, units shooting at silhouettes, military not sure who's infected, who's injured, who's just panicking. Some squads are just going silent mid-comm.
You can hear it on scanner. Patches of static, then nothing. It doesn't mean everyone's dead. It might mean they ditched radios to move. But silence spreads fear.
We're going to the phones. We've got a male caller who says he's at a makeshift safe zone in the Bronx. Jenny only, line 9.
Yeah, hi, I'm Andre. I'm inside Yankee Stadium. They opened the gates like an hour ago and said it was a safe zone. Thousands of people poured in.
Andre, talk to me. What's it like in there right now?
Packed, like a concert, but nobody's singing. People are sitting in the stands, on the field, in the concourses, families, old folks, kids, military at the entrances, NYPD on the field. It felt safer at first, like, okay, we made it.
What changed?
People are getting sick. You can see it. Somebody collapses, and then everybody backs away like a wave. They're trying to check people for bites, but you can't check thousands. Somebody turned near section 114. Security shot him. Then another woman started shaking. They shot her too. People are screaming because they don't know if they're next.
Are you injured? Anyone with you injured?
No bites, not yet. But you can't even get water unless you fight for it. And there's rumors that infected people got in during the rush. I believe it, because nobody was screening. It was chaos.
Andre, listen to me. You need to stay away from anyone showing symptoms. Keep distance. If you can find a higher, more isolated spot, do it. Somewhere you can see the entrances and avoid crowds. Do you have supplies?
Just a backpack, some granola bars, and a bottle of Gatorade. We're rationing. People are already trying to leave, but they won't open gates now.
If they're locking gates, they may be trying to contain infection inside. That's terrifying, but it might be their logic. Don't rush exits. Stampedes are deadly too. Stay alert, keep your group close, and conserve your phone. I don't know how long towers will hold.
You have to tell somebody. They said it was safe. It's not safe. It's a trap.
I hear you. We're telling everyone right now. Thank you for calling, Andre. Please stay alive.
Okay, wait. They're yelling.
Andre, can you?
They're moving people off the field. Someone's...
Andre, I'm losing you.
Line dropped. That might be the network or something else, but you heard enough. Yankee Stadium, a so-called safe zone, already destabilizing under sheer numbers and hidden infection.
Evacuation centers aren't automatically safe. We need to say that clearly. Government centers are getting overwhelmed. Infected people are slipping in, then turning inside. Then the whole center collapses.
We're seeing that exact story out of Newark's Prudential Center, out of a convention hall in Philly, out of a civic shelter in Baltimore. The concept isn't bad. The execution is failing because the infection moves too fast, and screening is almost impossible at this scale.
So if you're heading toward one, don't assume a gate and a uniform equal safety. Assess from a distance. Look for signs of control, spacing, screening, medical triage. If it looks like a crush of bodies, that's not safety. That's fuel.
Okay. We need to talk about something personal now, because it affects more than us. Jenny got a call last hour from her brother Luis at Montefiore. He was trying to get upstairs, find a locked room. We've been waiting on his text.
His phone is just ringing. It just keeps ringing.
Jenny, I'm so sorry.
I know. We keep broadcasting. It's what he'd want. Someone needs to tell the truth.
Okay, we keep going.
Jenny was the kind of person who ran toward danger because that's who he was. If you're listening and you're a first responder or hospital staff, you're heroes. But nobody expects you to be invincible. Protect yourself. You can't help anyone if you're dead.
And for everyone else, that is what this is doing to families everywhere. It's not just numbers. It's people you love not coming home from work.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to check something. Our engineer just flagged a status change in-house. We may have lost commercial power.
We did. Grid dropped a minute ago. We're on backup generator.
Okay, thank you. Listeners, we're still broadcasting, but that tells you something important. Manhattan is starting to lose power in pockets. We said Brooklyn and Jersey earlier. Now, Midtown's getting flickers. If you're in a high-rise, elevators might stall. Security systems might fail. Plan for that.
And if you hear us go off the air suddenly, that's probably why. Not choice. Power or equipment.
We're also hearing distant blasts and sustained gunfire across parts of the city. I'm not describing sounds. I'm describing what multiple field sources are reporting. Manhattan itself is under siege in a way we don't have language for. Fighting around major intersections, around hospitals, around transit hubs. The living are trying to hold lines, and those lines are breaking.
You can feel the city tightening, like it's being squeezed from every direction.
And the military and police are getting overwhelmed. There are reports of units falling back, of barricades breached, of some teams switching to independent survival mode.
Which means don't expect a clean perimeter. Don't expect a rescue in 15 minutes. If help arrives, thank God, but plan like it won't.
Okay, practical reality check for the next couple hours. If you have a safe interior room with a solid door, set it up now. Water, food, flashlight, any medical supplies. Barricade entry points. Keep your noise low. If you have to move, move with purpose and a plan. Avoid crowds. Avoid anyone injured. And if you are bitten,
treat it as fatal unless someone can medically intervene immediately. I hate saying that, but that's what officials are telling hospitals privately now. The timeline is too short.
We're not giving false hope. We're giving you the reality so you can make decisions.
Because denial kills people.
We've got another call, female caller, so I'm taking it. She says she's in New Jersey at a highway evacuation jam. Line 4, you're on.
Keisha, my name's Keisha. We were trying to get out on the turnpike, and it's just cars stopped everywhere. People left their vehicles. My husband got out to help a kid, and someone bit him.
Keisha, are you in the car right now?
Yes, door's locked. He's outside. He's bleeding. He's banging on the window. He wants in. I don't know what to do.
Keisha, listen carefully. I know this is cruel, but if he was bitten, you cannot let him inside that vehicle. Not until you are sure he is still himself. Do you understand me?
That's my husband.
I know. But you heard the pattern. 10 to 30 minutes. If he turns inside the car, you die too. You have to keep distance. Talk to him through the glass. Tell him to sit down away from the car. If you have any disinfectant or cloth you can throw out to him without opening, do that. But don't open the door.
He's scared. He's saying it was a small bite.
Small doesn't matter. Time matters. You have to protect yourself first. If emergency services are near, wave them down. If not, you may need to leave. And I hate saying that.
Oh my God.
Keisha, I'm so sorry. You're not alone. But you have to survive.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the kind of choice people are facing everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And it's why highways are becoming graves. People can't bring themselves to leave loved ones. So they stay. And then they get trapped. And then everyone in that cluster is at risk.
Okay. We are approaching noon. I don't know what the next hour looks like because nobody does. But I know what this hour has shown us. Systems are crumbling faster than the government can rebuild them in real time.
And we're grieving while it happens.
11:58 a.m. Here's your 2-hour recap across this block. Cell towers are failing outright. Radio and landlines are now the most reliable communication. Entire neighborhoods are turning, creating mass evacuations that are clogging highways into immobilized graveyards. Police and military response is being overwhelmed, with reports of friendly fire and units going silent. A mail caller from inside a makeshift safe zone at Yankee Stadium described thousands trapped as infected people slip inside and security begins shooting anyone who shows symptoms. The word zombie is now openly used nationwide. Denial has ended. Government evacuation centers are collapsing into death traps under infection pressure. Jenny received confirmation through silence that her brother did not escape the Bronx hospital. Manhattan is reporting active siege conditions with widespread violence and structural breakdown. And this station has lost commercial power and is running on backup generator, reflecting the growing grid failures across the region.
If you're still alive at noon, it's because you've had some luck and maybe some good choices. Keep making them. Protect your space. Protect your people. Don't let guilt pull you into a decision that gets everyone killed. I hate that this is the world we're in, but it's the world we're in.
Next part, we're entering early afternoon. We'll tell you what we know about where the infection is worst, what routes might still be open, and whether any parts of the country are holding. If our signal holds, we hold. Red Zone Radio. Stay with us. 12:05 p.m. Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale. If you're still with us, you already know this isn't a show anymore. It's a relay line.
Jenny Park. It's noon hour. The sun's up and the world's still ending.
We're running on generator power. The newsroom is half dark. We've lost most digital feeds. We're getting information through whatever survives. Police bands when they're up, amateur radio, and you. So if you're listening and you've got eyes on something real, we need it. But only if you can share without getting yourself killed.
Recap fast. Bytes transmit. Death follows within hours. People reanimate violent. Safe zones are failing. Highways are clogged. Internet is basically gone. Cell towers are down in huge sections. Radio is what you've got, and we're what we've got.
And we're here. We're staying here as long as we can.
First thing this hour, government safe zones across the board. Stadiums, civic centers, school gyms, armories, bases. We're getting the same report everywhere. Infected people got in, screening collapsed, panic spread, security lost control.
Yankee Stadium call last block was not an exception. It was a preview. We're hearing the same at shelters in Newark, at a convention complex in Philly, at a county fairground in Maryland, at a high school in Virginia. The more people you pack in, the faster one bite becomes 50.
Some safe zones are being abandoned by the staff running them because they can't keep a perimeter. Others are turning into locked boxes. People inside begging to get out, while soldiers outside won't open gates because they're trying to prevent spread.
That's not me blaming anyone on the outside. It's the impossible math of this thing. But listeners, hear us. Safe zone does not equal safe anymore. You have to evaluate your own risk.
I've got a note from a military liaison line that was relayed through a ham operator. Fort Hamilton in Brooklyn reports they're at capacity and are no longer accepting civilians. Repeat, military bases are no longer safe havens. They are sealing.
So, where do people go?
Nowhere. There is nowhere.
There are still places safer than others, Jenny. But, yeah, there's no magic door you walk through and everything's okay. That fantasy is dead.
Right. Okay. Next development. Military posture. We're getting reports of tactical retreats from major cities. The phrase being used on some channels is pullback to defensible lines. Another phrase we're hearing, quietly, not official, is cleansing operations.
Which could mean block-by-block clearance of infected areas, or it could mean something darker. We don't know. But we are hearing that in multiple metros, units are falling back instead of pushing in.
That's not cowardice. If they can't hold the street, they can't save it. So they regroup. But for civilians still in those zones, it means you may see fewer uniforms out there as the afternoon goes on.
In plain English, don't wait for rescue that might not come.
Phones are open. Male caller on line 1 says he's on I-95. Jenny only. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I don't know if you can even hear me. This is Nate. I'm on I-95 near the Jersey side. I've been walking for 2 hours.
Nate, I can hear you. Talk to me. What's it look like?
Cars just stop, like they all died at once. Some are smashed into each other. Doors open. People bailed. There's bodies everywhere. And they're walking between the cars now. Slow. Looking. They look up when they hear noise.
When you say they, you mean infected? Zombies?
Yeah, them. There's not even a fight here anymore. Just leftovers. I passed a bus on its side. I passed a minivan with handprints all over the windows. I don't know where I'm going. I just walked because standing there felt like dying.
Where were you trying to get to originally?
My sister's place in Delaware. Now, I don't know if that's even real. I don't know if I should go back. I don't know if anywhere is okay.
Okay, first, are you injured? Any bites?
No, no bites. Just tired. Throat's dry. I've got a water bottle that's almost empty.
All right, you need to get off that highway if you can. Highways are funnels. You can't hide, you can't pivot, and noise travels. Look for an exit ramp, a service road, anything that gets you into cover. Stay quiet. If you see a cluster of them, don't run unless you have to. Just change direction slowly. And if you find an unlocked building that looks empty, consider sheltering short term.
Okay.
Okay, second, if you encounter living people, keep distance until you're sure they're not bitten. I know that sounds inhumane, but bites are the fuse.
Yeah, I know. I watched a guy try to help his wife, and she turned right there. I kept walking. I hate myself for it.
You're alive. That means you did what you had to. Keep going, Nate. Find cover, conserve your phone. If you get off the highway and can update us, do it fast, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That's the interstate now. Miles of stalled metal and wandering dead. That's happening all over the country, not just here.
We've got survivor reports consolidating around one practical truth. We avoided saying it earlier because it sounded like movie talk, but it's not. The only way to stop them, reliably, is destroying the brain. Head trauma, gunshots to the head, anything that destroys that tissue. Center mass doesn't do it.
That's consistent across hospitals, police, military, and civilians. If you're forced to defend yourself, that's the target. I wish there was a gentler way to say that. There isn't.
So, if you're laying plans for your home, understand what that means. Thick doors, barriers that keep them from reaching your head. Distance is life. Elevation is life.
We're also getting a new kind of information pipeline. Amateur radio operators, ham folks, are relaying messages between isolated groups because the internet and cell networks are dead. We've got one on the line. Female caller, so I'm taking it. Line 3.
Hi, Michael. This is Priya. I'm a ham operator in Queens. Call sign K2PR. I've been bridging messages between New York and Pennsylvania for the last hour.
Priya, thank you. What are you hearing on those bands?
A lot of small groups. Apartment buildings forming watch rotations. Farms upstate taking in family. People with generators offering charging stations, then shutting down because infected show up. It's very local. Nobody knows what's happening 3 towns over unless someone like me passes it along.
Are any official agencies using ham to broadcast?
Some local emergency coordinators are, but mostly it's civilians. We're repeating safety basics. Avoid bites, destroy the brain, don't trust crowds. We're also sharing road status because DOT feeds are gone.
If listeners want to get on ham, any advice?
If you've got a radio, monitor first. Don't clog with panic. If you need to send a message, be short. Location, need, number of people, medical status, and use agreed frequencies if you can. There's lists going around, but I won't read them on air because people might show up to prey on them.
Fair. Priya, stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing. You're building the nervous system of what's left.
We're trying. Good luck.
You too.
That's where we are. People rebuilding communication with radios in closets while the old world goes dark.
Speaking of dark, we just got a relay that a CDC facility in Atlanta went dark mid-transmission. They were broadcasting a situation brief over emergency channels, and then it cut. No follow-up. That could be power loss, could be evacuation, could be breach. We don't know.
But it tells you, even the places we believed were invulnerable aren't.
There are unconfirmed reports, hearing it from multiple ham relays and one military spouse line, that the Pentagon is considering bombing major urban centers if containment fails. I want to underline, unconfirmed, not official. But it's being discussed at some level if enough independent sources are saying it.
Which means if you're in a big city and you've got any chance to shelter somewhere away from dense downtown cores, think about that. Not today, because highways are death, but in the coming hours, if a safe route opens, cities might become targets, not by the dead, but by the living trying to stop them.
Okay, internal situation here. Some station staff are leaving. We're not dramatizing it. It's quiet, they're taking bags, heading out. We told them to. We're not ordering anyone to die for radio.
There's been arguing in the hallways about whether to evacuate or stay. Half of our tech team is gone. Security's gone. Our producer's still here, but he's packing backups. It's thinning out fast.
Jenny and I are staying as long as the generator runs and the building holds. If we have to go, we go. But not yet.
Not yet.
If you're out there and you're alone, try to find someone, not a crowd, 1 or 2 people you trust. Humans survive in packs, but not in herds. Herds get infected.
And if you're bitten, don't hide it. That sounds cruel to say, but hiding it kills everyone around you. We've seen safe zones collapse because somebody was ashamed or scared. Your group deserves the truth.
All right, 12:58 p.m. Our recap. Government safe zones nationwide are failing as infection spreads inside and security breaks down. Military units are beginning tactical retreats from major cities. Cleansing operations are being discussed in some channels. Interstates like I-95 are gridlocked for miles, abandoned cars forming graveyards with infected wandering between them. Station staff are evacuating in waves, but we are staying on air for now. The internet is almost completely down. Radio is primary communication. Survivor consensus is clear. Only destruction of the brain stops the infected. Amateur radio operators are now relaying critical messages between isolated communities, becoming the last functional network. A CDC facility in Atlanta has gone dark mid-transmission. And there are unconfirmed but persistent reports that military leadership is considering extreme measures, including bombing dense urban centers.
Civilization isn't ending in one big explosion. It's ending in a million little failures. Gates that don't close, phones that don't ring, nurses who don't come home, shelters that become traps. But survival is still possible. Quiet, distance, truth, and whatever human connection you can keep alive.
Next hour, we move into the early afternoon. We'll track what's happening beyond the East Coast and whether any regions are stabilizing, and we'll keep passing on what keeps people alive. If you're listening, stay alive. Red Zone Radio, still here, for now. 1:06 p.m. Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale. We're still live. I don't know for how much longer.
Tinny Park, if you're hearing us right now, you are hearing a city in its last hours.
We're covering a 2-hour block again because events are not respecting the clock. We'll keep a running chain of what's hitting us, and I'm saying this up front so nobody's blindsided. Manhattan is being described by multiple official channels as lost.
Not endangered, not evacuating, lost. As in, the infected outnumber the living in the core areas and lines have collapsed.
We're getting confirmation that to contain spread, authorities have detonated multiple bridge approaches into Manhattan. Not all of them, but enough to try to choke movement. Reports include the Brooklyn Bridge approach and parts of the Manhattan Bridge. I want to be careful. We don't have a full engineering map, but we know what people are seeing.
They blew the Brooklyn Bridge. They actually did it.
Yeah, they did. And every field report says it's too late. The infection was already on both sides, already in Jersey, already north. Those detonations aren't prevention, they're desperation.
Which means if you are counting on crossing bridges to escape, that route may be gone. And if it reopens, it'll be controlled by force.
National Guard units are fragmenting. That phrase feels polite for what's happening. We're hearing verified stories of soldiers leaving posts to find families. Some units going dark because command structure isn't there. Some still holding, but the cohesion is breaking.
This is what collapse looks like. Not everyone turning evil, just everyone choosing their own loved ones over a system that's already falling.
We also need to say something that's been in the air for hours and is now being reported openly. There are mass suicides, mercy killings, trapped groups who know a bite means what it means, making choices none of us were built to make.
Families making agreements, friends doing the thing nobody wants to say out loud. I'm not here to judge anyone surviving this. I'm just here to tell the truth.
Strained, low? If you're in a group and somebody is bitten, you tell the group. You don't hide it. Not because you deserve punishment, because the people around you deserve a chance.
And because the infected don't stay human long enough for goodbyes once it starts.
We're breathing hard. We're taking calls while we can. Female caller queued from Brooklyn again. This might be our recurring rooftop caller. Female caller, I'm taking it. Line 2, you're on.
I'm here. Talk to me. We're still on the roof. I don't know what time it is anymore.
I'm here. Talk to me. What's your situation?
They got into the building. We heard the stairwell door. It just snapped. People downstairs were screaming. Then it went quiet. We pushed a couch against the roof door. The kids are crying, but we keep telling them to be quiet.
How many are with you still?
4. 2 left across the gap, like you said, around noon. We don't know if they made it. We're out of water. There's smoke somewhere. I can't tell if it's our block or another one.
Okay. If you have any containers, even empty bottles, set them out. Sometimes you can catch rain or condensation. I know it's a long shot. Do you hear movement at the roof door now?
Yeah, I hear banging low, like something heavy hitting it from inside. It's not steady like a person. It's over and over.
Back away from the door. Find something solid to put between you and it. If it comes through, you move to the far edge and prepare to cross if you have to. Keep the kids between adults. And whatever happens, don't let anyone get pulled down.
Michael, I don't think we're getting out. I don't want the kids to be taken like that.
Listen to me. You've kept them alive this long. That matters. You stay with them. You fight for time. If the door gives, you move. You keep moving.
Okay, hold on.
What is it? What do you see?
Oh my God, they're on the roof.
Get back. Get away from the edge. Don't.
No!
Hello? Hello? Stay with me. Stay with me.
Michael.
Dazed, shouting. Ma'am? Are you still there? We lost her.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
She called at 6:20 a.m. She called again at 9. She stayed alive almost 7 hours on a rooftop with kids. And we just lost her. We say their names, so they weren't just noise. She mattered.
Yeah.
Okay, nationwide numbers. We're getting estimates now that the infected are in the millions, not hundreds of thousands, millions. The live-in are becoming a minority in the hardest hit urban corridors.
That's why containment is collapsing. Every new bite is a multiplication event. And now, with bridges down and highways choked, cities are turning into islands full of dead.
Power grid across the Northeast is failing hard. Rolling blackouts from Boston down through Philly, across Jersey, into parts of Pennsylvania and Ohio. Some are planned load sheds, some are just failures where no crews can get to substations.
So if you have electricity right now, treat it like borrowed time. Charge everything. Fill tubs with water if you can. Keep your fridge closed. When it goes, it may not come back.
We got a small personal update in the middle of this. Michael, you got a message.
Yeah. Before the cell towers died in Westchester, Sarah got through to my sister. They took Emma and drove north through back roads. They made it to Vermont. They're in my sister's house. Safe. For now.
Michael, that's amazing.
I'll never see them again.
You don't know that. You don't get to write the ending yet. We're doing important work here.
Okay.
Soft. I'm glad they're alive. Take that. Put it in your chest. You're gonna need it.
Thank you.
Guys, listen. We've got pounding on the lower floors. Security cam feed is dead, but the stairwell mic is picking up movement. They're in the building.
How close?
2nd floor, maybe. Lobby's gone quiet, then loud again. I think the glass doors got breached.
Lock the internal stairwell doors on our level. Get the hall barricade up now.
We already started. Chairs, filing cabinets, whatever we can drag.
We're not alone in here anymore.
Nope. Producer, how many staff left on this floor?
5 total. Me, you two, engineer, 1 intern in the back room. Everyone else?
Okay. We barricade. We stay quiet except for the mic. If they reach this level, we fall back to the booth and lock in. Understood?
Understood.
Understood. Listeners, if you just heard that exchange, yes, our building is being breached. We are not ending the broadcast. Not yet. But you deserve to know our situation because it mirrors yours.
If we go off air in the middle of a sentence, you'll know why. Not because we chose silence.
We're going to keep talking, because talking keeps information moving. We'll do it as long as we're breathing.
And if you're alone somewhere hearing this, remember, headshots stop them. Barriers slow them. Quiet buys time. And you're not crazy for being scared. You're sane.
Okay, 2:58 p.m. We're still on generator. We're still on air. Here's the recap across this block. Manhattan is officially described as lost by multiple authorities. Bridge approaches have been detonated in a late attempt to contain spread. A recurring Brooklyn rooftop caller went silent mid-call, likely overrun. National Guard units are fragmenting as soldiers desert posts to find families. Reports of mass suicides and mercy killings are emerging among trapped groups. Power grids across the Northeast are failing into rolling blackouts. The infected are now estimated to number in the millions, making the living a minority in many areas. Michael received word that his wife and daughter reached family in Vermont, providing temporary relief amid collapse. And this station has begun to be breached from the lower floors. Remaining staff have barricaded the studio level and are preparing to defend while continuing to broadcast.
This is where broadcasts become last words. If you're hearing us, you're part of a thin, flickering thread of humanity still talking to itself. We're not leaving that thread unless we're forced. Next part, we move toward late afternoon, hour 9 to 10 of this nightmare, and we'll tell you what we're hearing from the South and the West, because the whole country is deciding who it is now.
Stay alive, stay quiet, stay human as long as you can. Red Zone Radio, still here with you. 3:07 p.m. Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale. We are still broadcasting from the same booth. The difference now is there are things in this building that want us dead.
Jenny Park. If you've been with us all day, you know the world outside collapsed. What you may not know is that the walls around us are starting to collapse too.
We are under siege. That's the word. The lower floors were breached last block. We barricaded the studio level. We've got a handful of staff still alive with us, rotating guard on the stairwell. And we are staying on mic as long as we can.
Not because we're brave, because you need custody of reality, and because we're stubborn.
Yeah, that too.
Let's give a national snapshot, because the last 2 hours have been very New York. The truth is, this is everywhere now. Not just cities, not just highways. We're getting calls from places that used to feel 1,000 miles away from this.
And government communication has basically stopped. The last coherent federal relay we got through ham operators about an hour ago was a 3-sentence burst. I'm not quoting a recording. This is being paraphrased by 3 different operators who heard it. It said essentially, all regional command lines are down, shelters are compromised, and, this part matters, it ended with, God help us.
That's the last thing the government said. So if you've been waiting for a cavalry that organizes itself, don't. It's not coming in the way America likes to imagine.
It might come in pockets. You might find a unit holding a rural bridge, a sheriff's office running patrols around a small town, a Coast Guard boat keeping an island safe. But the centralized voice is gone.
Which means we're doing what humans have always done when the big machine breaks. We're listening to each other.
We've got a male caller from rural Pennsylvania. Jenny, take it.
Line 6, you're on Red Zone. Who's this?
Name's Hank. I'm outside Altoona. 10 acres, couple of barns, cornfields. Never thought I'd be calling a New York station for the end of the world.
Hank, you're not alone. What are you seeing out there?
It's here. That's what I'm saying. We were watching the city news earlier thinking, okay, this is a Philly thing, maybe Pittsburgh. Then my neighbor's boy showed up at noon, bit in the calf. Said he got jumped at a gas station. We tried to help him. He died in the mud by my porch. Then he got back up and came for my wife.
Did you stop him?
Yeah, I did what I had to. I'm not proud, but I did. And then 2 more came up our road. Just walking. Where'd they come from? I don't know. We're rural. We've got 1 stoplight and a diner. There ain't supposed to be waves of dead out here.
They move. They follow sound. They drift. There isn't a real away anymore.
That's what I figured. We got people trying to drive up here to hide, and they're bringing it with them. Highway's a cemetery. Back roads, too. I put up a gate, and I don't know if it matters.
A gate matters if it slows them long enough for you to react. Keep it. Reinforce it if you can. How many people are with you?
Me, my wife, my brother-in-law, and his kid. That's it.
Small group is good. You can watch each other. You can keep distance if someone's hurt. Don't take in strangers unless you can quarantine them. That's cruel, but it's survival. Keep radios on low. If you've got fencing or livestock pens, those can become barriers.
We got shotguns, a deer rifle. Ammo's not infinite.
Then save it for when you must. Elevation, silence, and barricades will do more work than bullets. And if you see a big group of them, don't try to be a hero. Retreat. Live.
All right. Thanks, Jenny. For what it's worth, keep talking. You're the only voice I trust right now.
We're here as long as we can be. Stay safe, Hank.
You too.
You too.
So yeah, there's no final frontier. It's Weechin farms, cul-de-sacs, the places people thought were buffers. But there are holdouts. We want to say that because if all you hear is collapse, you give up. We're getting credible reports, through ham operators, through surviving local stations, that some rural pockets are holding. Islands with controlled docks, apartment buildings that sealed early and organized dashboards, a hospital in Iowa that turned its parking garage into a moat, a fishing town in Maine using boats as perimeter, a church in the Ozarks that fortified windows and has 3 generations inside. That's hope. It's not movie hope. It's stubborn, improvised hope.
The pattern for success seems simple and brutal. Small numbers, early lockdown, strict truth about bites, and leadership people actually listen to.
And distance. Distance buys time.
We also need to be transparent about our own clock. Our generator fuel is running low. Engineer estimates 2 to 3 hours of power if we keep broadcasting and running minimal lights. After that, the transmitter might die. The booth might go dark. We don't know what we do then.
And I'm saying that not to scare you, but because you deserve the truth. You might be listening to us for the last time sooner than we want.
So, while we still can, Michael, I think we should talk to people the way people talk when they think the lights might go out.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about this morning. The weather, the jokes. I was annoyed at the MTA like it was the biggest problem in the world. I said Tuesday felt like Monday. What a stupid, tiny thing. I'd take 1,000,000 annoying Tuesdays if it meant Lewis was still here.
I'm sorry, Jenny.
I know. I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just saying what everyone's saying in their head right now. The before life. The normal that's gone.
I was being a cynic at 6 a.m., trying to fit it into a box. Drugs, hoax, whatever. And I keep replaying that because I feel like if I'd said something different earlier, maybe somebody would have locked a door sooner. Maybe they wouldn't have gone to work. That's a lie, probably. But it's the kind of lie your brain tells you when you're scared and helpless.
You did your job. We both did. The truth is, this moved too fast for anybody.
Yeah.
And your family, your wife and Emma, being safe right now matters. That's not a small thing. That's a reason to keep breathing.
Emma hates long car rides. Sarah texted me, sent the last message I got, that Emma was counting license plates to stay calm. She's 8 and she made a game out of terror.
That is so human.
Yeah. That's why I'm still here, to keep the world human as long as I can.
Even if the city isn't.
We have a male caller in the queue. Producer says he's young, hiding. Jenny, it's you.
Line 2, sweetheart. You're on. What's your name?
Connor. I'm sorry. I'm talking quiet. I'm in a closet.
Connor, you're doing the right thing. You don't need to apologize. Tell me where you are, if you can.
Queens. Apartment. My parents. My mom got bit earlier. My dad tried to help her. They changed. They're out there. I can hear them. They keep bumping the door.
Okay, Connor, listen to me. You are not alone. We're here. Is the closet door locked?
I pushed a hamper against it. I don't know if it's locked. I don't want to open it to check.
Don't open it. Keep it how it is. How long have you been in there?
Since, lunchtime. I don't know. Time's weird. I had my phone on silent, and I found your station on this little radio my dad had in a drawer.
Good job finding it. Connor, I need you to stay very quiet, okay? Slow breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you have water, take tiny sips. If you don't, that's okay for a while.
Please don't hang up. I can hear them outside my room. My mom, my dad. Please just keep talking.
We're here, honey. We're going to stay right here with you.
I don't want to die in a closet.
I know. I don't want that for you either. Right now, hiding is what's keeping you alive. When it gets quiet, you can think about a move. Do you have a window in your room? Fire escape?
Yeah, bedroom window goes to the fire escape. But my room, I'd have to open the closet door and cross to get there.
Okay, not yet. Not while you hear them nearby. Wait for a lull. You'll know. Your whole body will feel the quiet. When that happens, you open slow, you look first. If they're not right there, you move quietly to the window and get onto that fire escape. Do you know where it leads?
Down to the alley.
Good. If you have a backpack, put your radio, water, anything you need in it before you move. But don't make noise. And Connor, if you see anyone out there who looks hurt or weird, keep distance. You can't rescue somebody at 13 if it costs your life.
I'm 16.
Okay, 16. Still the same advice. You're incredibly brave. Your parents would be proud of you for staying alive.
They're not my parents anymore.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Will you guys stay on? Even if it's quiet, it makes me feel like I'm not gone.
We will stay on as long as we physically can. I promise you that.
Oops. Male caller, so only Jenny speaks. Avoid. Continue with Jenny only.
Gentle. Connor, are you still there?
I'm here. Don't leave me.
I won't. If we go off air, it won't be because we chose to. But you keep that radio on. Other voices may come through. You hold on to them.
Okay.
You're doing great. Stay quiet. Stay alive.
Thank you.
All right.
That kid is America right now. A closet, a radio, a world that turned their parents into...
Yeah, and there are Connors everywhere.
We need to update our own situation without scaring people. Our guard rotation is holding the stairwell, but they're taking hits. One of our staff got scratched about 20 minutes ago. We isolated him in the editing suite. He knows what that means. He told us to lock it from the outside.
He's a good man.
We're not describing anything beyond that. Just telling you, the infected are in the building. The line is thin. If it breaks, this broadcast might end in the middle of a sentence.
So we'll try to make sentences worth ending on.
Yeah.
If you're listening somewhere safe, keep it safe. Don't take risks because you're bored. Don't open doors out of curiosity. Curiosity is dead now. Caution is alive.
If you're listening somewhere unsafe, you already know the rules. Quiet. Distance. Head. Don't trust crowds. Tell the truth about bites. Move when you must. And if you find a pocket of living people holding together, be the kind of person they need.
Because the world that comes after this, if there is one, will be built out of choices made in rooms like yours.
4:58 p.m. We're near the end of this block. Recap. The station is under active siege. Infected are pushing up from the lower floors while remaining staff rotate guard so we can stay on mic. We've received confirmation from across the country that the infection has reached rural areas. No true escape, only smarter places to hold. Government communication has ceased. The last relay was a despairing fragment. Amid that, we're hearing of successful holdouts in rural pockets, islands, and fortified structures. Our generator fuel is low. 2 to 3 hours of broadcast left if nothing changes. We spoke with a 16-year-old caller hiding from turned parents, and we are staying on for him and everyone like him. And within this building, the defensive line is taking casualties.
This is broadcasting from hell, yeah, but there's still a point to human voices. If you're scared and alone, put a voice in the air, radio, ham, even calling a neighbor through a wall. Isolation is how this ends. Connection is how anything survives.
Next part, early evening, hour 10 to 11. If our power holds, we'll be with you. If it doesn't, remember what you learned today and pass it on. Red Zone Radio, still talking, still listening. 5:04 p.m. Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale. If you're still hearing my voice, our transmitter is still breathing.
Jenny Park, we're in the 11th hour of this first day, and I don't say that like a metaphor anymore.
We're going to be straight with you right away. Our generator is down to about an hour of fuel, maybe less. We've got no way to refuel it. We've tried. The building is not accessible. When it dies, the broadcast likely dies with it.
So this might be our last clean hour together.
Measured. Situation in the station. This floor is the last defended level. Every other floor is either empty or overrun. The lobby is gone. The stairwell below us has been holding with a barricade and a couple exhausted people all afternoon. But the pressure is getting worse. We can hear it, even when we don't talk about it.
Our producer is here, engineer's here, one intern is here. That's it. Everyone else fled or didn't. We're not guessing. We know.
And we're still on mic because radio is still the only thread holding some of you together. We've gotten messages from everywhere today, and I want to read some of them because you deserve to know that you're not alone in your cave, your attic, your locked bathroom.
We've got notes relayed through ham operators from people in Texas listening in bunkers, from people on fishing boats off the Carolinas streaming our signal when the coast is quiet, from a trapped couple in Seattle writing, "We didn't think New York would be the voice we needed," from someone in Toronto who said, "We're watching the bridge closures here. We hear you."
And I want you to know that even if we go dark, the fact that messages like that exist means the world didn't end in one place. It's splintered, but it's still talking.
Someone in a shelter in Kansas wrote, "You're helping more than the National Guard ever did today." I don't take that as a slam on them. I take it as proof that telling the truth is a kind of rescue.
We are also receiving international chatter now through amateur radio relays. That part matters, because for most of today, we didn't know if this was just us. It's not. There are violent outbreaks being reported in parts of Canada, Mexico, and at least a couple European cities now. But details are spotty. Nobody has stable networks anymore.
So we are not the center of the universe. This is bigger than America. But right now, we're the slice we can see.
Which leads to the hardest question of this hour. Jenny and I are looking at each other across this booth, thinking, do we keep broadcasting until power cuts? Or do we try to run for it in the dark and hope we get lucky?
Because a radio show doesn't mean anything if you're dead. But also, dead doesn't mean useless if your last act helps someone live.
We've been arguing about it in our heads for hours. Not yelling, just weighing a kind of math that doesn't have numbers.
The math is all loss.
Not all. We have helped people. You heard Connor last hour, the 16-year-old hiding in a closet. He's still alive because he stayed quiet, waited for a lull, and moved smart.
And because he heard a voice telling him he wasn't insane for wanting to survive.
We've got Connor again. Male caller, Jenny only. Line 2.
Connor, honey, I'm here. Are you okay?
Jenny, I'm out. I'm not outside out, but I'm not in the closet. Okay, tell me how. My neighbor, Mr. Patel, he's in the unit next to us. He heard me earlier through the wall, I guess. He broke through the drywall between our closets. He did it with a hammer, wrapped in towels so it wouldn't be loud.
That's smart. That's really smart.
He pulled me through. We're in his apartment now. He's got his wife and 2 little kids. We're waiting for quiet to move to the fire escape and go down to the alley. Jenny,
I didn't think anybody would come. I thought I was done.
You weren't done. You're not done. Connor, listen to me. Stay with that family. Keep doing exactly what you've been doing. Quiet, slow, eyes up. If anything goes bad, you move away from crowds.
Yeah, I'm carrying one of the little kids because she keeps trying to cry. I'm trying to keep her calm.
You're doing something heroic without even trying. Your parents would be proud of the way you're protecting those kids.
Thanks. I don't know what to do now, like long term.
Nobody does. But your next step is survival with people you trust. Eat when you can. Sleep in turns. Tell the truth about injuries. And keep that radio close. If you ever hear our signal again, know we were here for you.
Please don't go off. I know you might, but thank you for not leaving me.
We didn't leave you, and you're not alone now. Go be safe, Connor. You call again only if you need to and only if it's safe.
Okay. Love you guys.
We love you too. Go.
Okay.
He made it out.
He made it out.
We did that. Not just us, but this whole weird chain. A voice on a radio. A neighbor with a hammer. A kid who didn't give up.
That's what survival looks like now.
Okay, we've got one more national update through a ham relay I want to share before it disappears into rumor. The last confirmed government transmission we got, confirmed by multiple operators, suggests the president is presumed dead. I'm not saying that as a headline. I'm saying it because the relay mentioned evacuation of executive staff, then a collapse of continuity lines. Succession is chaos.
So the federal government, as a coherent chain, may already be gone. Again, we don't have cameras, we don't have official pressers, but the silence, plus those relays, plus what we're seeing on the ground, it fits.
We were raised on the idea that someone, somewhere, is steering the ship. And today, the ship broke in half.
Which means local resistance groups are forming. We're hearing about them in pockets. Apartment towers in Queens with rooftop gardens turning into holds. A sheriff's department in West Virginia organizing roadblocks and safe farms. A group of former Marines outside San Diego building a perimeter around a water plant. A neighborhood in Minneapolis using skyways to move without street exposure. These are not fantasies. These are people doing what humans do when nobody's coming to save them.
And the amateur radio network is becoming the nervous system of that resistance. We've got operators asking if Red Zone can serve as a central relay when we can. Meaning, if you get a credible message about a safe pocket, a blocked road, a working well, a hazard, send it through ham frequencies, and if it reaches us, we'll push it back out.
We'll do that as long as our power holds. Consider this station a lighthouse until the bulb shatters.
Okay.
Jenny, I want to say something on air that I should probably say off air too, but I don't think we get off air anymore.
Say it. Say it.
It's been an honor working with you.
Even today?
Especially today. You know how many people we've helped? Connor made it out because we were here. 100 other Connors maybe made a different choice because we kept talking. We did good work.
We did. And I'm glad it was you beside me when the world went sideways.
Me too.
We don't have much time, so let's use it right. If you're listening and you're still alive at 5:40 p.m., here is what matters most going forward.
1. Distance. Don't let them touch you.
2. Truth. If someone is bitten, everyone needs to know. No hiding, no bargaining. It's not moral, it's physics.
3. Head trauma stops them. Aim for the brain. Anything else is a delay at best.
4. Small groups survive better than crowds. Crowds are loud. Crowds panic. Crowds pull infection inside.
5. Water. You can live hungry. You can't live dehydrated. Secure water before anything else.
6. Hold on to something human. A voice, a rule, a person. This thing doesn't just kill bodies, it eats meaning.
And meaning is how you keep going when everything rational says stop.
Listening, tense. Engineer just slipped me a note. The barricade at the stairwell is failing. They're pushing the door. Our people are holding, but only barely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here's our truth. They may reach this floor before the generator dies. If that happens, we will do what we can, but we will not sensationalize it. We will not scream and make you feel helpless. We will keep talking as long as we are breathing.
Because that's what this job became today. Last acts of service.
And if we stop mid-sentence, don't take it as a sign to give up. Take it as a baton. You keep going.
You become the relay.
Okay, 5:58 p.m. We're at the end of this hour. Here's your recap. Generator fuel is down to its final hour. This studio is the last defended floor in our building. We have received messages from across the country and beyond, confirming that survivors are listening in bunkers, shelters, boats, and fortified homes. We debated on air whether to broadcast to the end or attempt escape. For now, we're staying with the mic. Connor, our teen caller from last hour, is alive and being evacuated through a neighbor's wall breach rescue. The last coherent government relay suggests the president is presumed dead and succession has fractured. Resistance and holdout groups are forming nationwide for long-term survival. Amateur radio networks are organizing and asking Red Zone to serve as a central relay point while we remain on power. And the infected are breaching toward this floor. Barricades are weakening under pressure.
To everyone listening, we don't have much time. Remember, aim for the head, stay quiet, trust carefully, find others. Humanity isn't over. It's just different now.
Stay human. Stay kind. Survive.
Next part is the last hour of this first day, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. If the generator holds, you'll hear us there. If it doesn't, carry the signal forward in whatever way you can. Red Zone Radio. Signing nothing yet. Still here.
6:03 p.m. Red Zone Radio. I'm Michael Hale.
Jenny Park. And if this is the last hour you ever hear us, thank you for staying.
We don't have a lot of time to ease into this. The barricade outside this booth is gone. The hallway on this floor is not ours anymore. We're hearing movement right outside the door. We have maybe minutes before they find us. Maybe less.
We said earlier we might die on air. That wasn't a line. That was math. The math is here now.
We talked about running. We could still try, right now, maybe. But we both looked at each other and knew the truth. We're staying. We're transmitting to the very end.
Until we can't.
If you're listening somewhere safe, don't waste this hour on fear. Use it. Remember what you've learned. Remember what matters. We're going to do the same.
Before anything else, we're going to say what we need to say to the people we love. Not because we think they're necessarily hearing us, but because this is all we have left to give.
Sarah, if you're out there somewhere with Emma, if the radio's on, or if you ever hear this later, I love you. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm proud of you for getting her out. You were always the brave one. Tell Emma her dad didn't stop talking because he wanted her to live. Tell her I'm with her, even if I'm not.
Louise, if there's any part of you still anywhere in this world, I hope you felt how much I loved you. I'm sorry I couldn't pull you out. I'm sorry the world took you in a hallway you didn't deserve. You were good. You were better than most of us. And I'm going to carry your name as long as I'm breathing.
And to my sister in Vermont, thank you for taking them in. Don't let Emma forget her mom's laugh. Don't let her forget that people can be kind, even when it hurts. If I don't make it, she'll still have you.
To everyone who lost somebody today, This is what grief sounds like in real time. You're not weak for feeling it. You're human. That's all.
Okay, we're going to read messages as long as we can. Not to sensationalize the dead, but to honor them. To bear witness. If the world becomes a blur of numbers, then evil wins. We won't let it.
I'm opening the last stack we got through ham relays before the net went spotty. Some of these are names. Some are short notes. I'm going to read them in the order we received.
Go ahead.
Jenny reading, trembling. This is Marisol in Queens. My father turned in the kitchen. We had to lock him in the basement. If anyone hears this, we tried.
Marisol, we hear you.
Jenny reading. Group of 12 holding in a hardware store in Trenton. We lost 2. Their names were Cal and Reggie. They stood at the door so we could get upstairs.
Cal, Reggie, we see you.
Jenny reading. Nurse team in Providence. 3 of us left. We're still triaging. If we don't make it, tell the world we stayed until the last patient stopped screaming. Signed, Elaine, Tom, and Vic.
Elaine, Tom, Vic, you mattered.
Jenny reading. A mom in Pittsburgh. My son's name was Jordan. He was bit saving a kid he didn't know. He told me not to be afraid. Please say his name on air if you can.
Jordan, you were brave.
Jenny reading. Altoona, PA farmhouse. Hank here. We're alive. We're still holding. The gate's holding. We heard you earlier. Thank you.
Hank, keep holding.
Jenny reading. Brooklyn rooftop. If you find this note, there were kids here. We tried.
No name. Just that.
Jenny whispering grief.
Yeah, we do. Her voice carried through almost the whole day. If anyone survives to remember this city, remember her.
Remember all of them.
Low, listening. Engineer just signaled me something. He says they're pressing the hallway. He's going out there.
I'm taking the crowbar. I can hold the choke point. Maybe buy you 5.
No, you do not have to do that.
Mike, I'm not dying in a chair. You've got a mic. Use it. I'll give you time.
What's your name? We never said your name.
Eli. Eli? Don't argue. Lock the booth after me. Keep talking.
Eli, thank you.
Love you guys. See you on the other side of the door.
Eli just stepped into that hallway so we could finish this hour. If you're ever telling this story later, his name is Eli. He did not have to do that. He chose to.
We will not waste the time he bought.
Listeners, it's possible this is the last clear transmission you'll hear from any station. Here's what we want to leave you with, beyond tactics. Because the tactics are easy to memorize. It's the meaning that gets hard.
There will be a after. Not the one you wanted. Not the one you grew up expecting. But there will be people alive tomorrow. There will be kids who didn't turn. There will be neighbors who kept each other breathing. That is the seed of a world.
You don't need to be a hero in the movie sense. You need to be the person who keeps a door shut, who tells the truth about a bite, who shares water without touching blood, who doesn't abandon their humanity just because the dead did.
If you lose kindness, you lose the reason to survive.
Okay, I'm getting a hand signal. Eli's holding, but he's taking hits. We have maybe a few more minutes before the door starts shaking. We're staying on the mic anyway.
We've got one last call that slipped through. Mail caller. I'm taking it. Line 1, you're on red zone.
My name's Omar. I'm in a bunker with 8 people outside Kansas City. We rigged a shortwave loop, and we've been listening to you since noon.
Omar, thank you for calling. Are you all okay right now?
We're alive because of you. I'm not exaggerating. We were gonna drive into a shelter this morning. You said safe zones were failing. We turned around, we sealed up here instead. An hour later, the shelter on the news went down.
I'm so glad you're alive. What's your group like? Any injuries?
No bites. 2 kids, 3 older folks, the rest of us in our 30s. We've got a well and canned food. We're scared, but we're together. We just wanted you to know your voices mattered.
They still matter, because you're still here. Omar, I need you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep it quiet, rotate watch, no one goes out alone. If you meet survivors, quarantine before you trust, and keep that radio close. Other networks will rise.
Are you gonna make it out?
I don't think so, but that's okay. The job was never to save ourselves first. It was to save you. And you're saved today.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I love you both.
We love you too. Live long enough to tell the story right.
I will. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Omar.
8 people in a bunker because they listened. That's Eli's 5 minutes. That's our day.
That's worth it.
Yeah. Okay, our engineers panel just flashed. Fuel is in the red. We're about to lose generator power.
We anticipated that. When it goes, we'll switch to battery backup on the transmitter. That gives us about 3 minutes, maybe less. After that, silence.
So, this is us walking to the edge of the cliff, holding your hand.
We're holding each other's.
I hear the hallway door giving. Eli's not on comm anymore.
Eli, thank you.
Listeners, if you're near a radio and another voice comes through after us, follow it. If there's only static, follow what you learned today. You don't need us to survive now. You need each other.
If you're with someone you trust, tell them you trust them. If you're with someone you love, say it out loud. Don't wait for a normal day that isn't coming.
We spent our whole lives saving our real feelings for later. And later was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing the power meter drop.
That's it. Generator's dying.
We're on batteries now. If we cut out, that's why.
Michael, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Me too.
Should we keep going?
Until we can't.
They're outside the booth now. The door handle's moving.
We have a desk against the door and filing cabinets stacked. It won't hold long. We're sitting close. We're holding hands.
I can see the peephole shadowed. I can hear them breathing. It sounds like hunger.
This is Michael Hale.
And Jenny Park. Red Zone Radio.
It's been 12 hours since the world changed.
We stayed on air so you'd know you weren't alone.
Whatever happens next,
remember that people stayed. People tried. People cared.
The door's breaking. The cabinet's sliding.
Serene, voice shaking. We're not running.
This is Red Zone Radio. We were here. You're not alone. Never forget.
Aim for the head. Stay human.